লাস্ট 12 মান্থসে আমার এজেন্সি রেভিনিউ ছিল 104K and on average আমার net revenue around 10,000 per month and among those numbers our per client profit margin around 67 to 75%. All of this doesn't make any sense if I don't go to the next slide. The thing is, what makes me different is the next slides. All of this possible without running any paid ads. So I don't run any ads. I don't do any cold DMs or I don't do any Fiverr or Upwork, nothing. The whole thing is standing on just one single points, which is referrals. And I'm going to cover in this next 20 minutes to talk about these two things. The first one is how to get shit ton of referrals, and the second one is how to build a remote team in India. So here's some of my pictures from the team and the client referral chain. So on the right sides, here's just some screenshots that one client introducing me to another, and that client's introducing me to another one. So it's like I know a guy, he know a guy, and he knows another guy. And on this sides, I have some screenshots of my teams working from India. This is some of the pictures from my team working in India. And here's a pictures that is pretty special to me. It's like teamer ekjoner girlfriend তাদের জন্য রান্না করে খাওয়াইতেছে ফুল টিমের জন্য and the, and the good thing is they work 24/7, so they stay there. It's like a hostel, and if you see on the floor, it's nothing fancy here, just they're making the work done on right time. That's all I want. And I manage the whole thing remotely, and they're working physically from India. So my friends told me I share a lot more than needed, especially in terms of values, that I shouldn't, but today, let's fuck it, and I'm going to overshare everything. So before I dive into the referral thing, I need to make sure that there's no beginners, because কেউ যদি এমন থাকে কমপ্লিট বিগিনার যার একটা ক্লায়েন্টও নাই, যে ফার্স্ট ক্লায়েন্টও ল্যান্ড করতে পারে, this system doesn't work, because how do you get referrals if you don't have any clients? So I'm going to assume that here in this room, at least you have worked with 2 or 3 clients, or you have 2 or 3 clients that you are managing right now. Because if you don't have any clients, this team doesn't work. So the first topic, or first formula, is the referral formula of getting clients, of course. So most of us think referrals are luck. Like if your clients are blessed to give us some another clients, that's a good sign. But how I think about referrals is complete opposite. It's like you can engineer referrals. Don't just rely on luck. রেফারেলকে ইঞ্জিনিয়ার করা যায়, বাট এটার জন্য কিছু পয়েন্ট আমি ফলো করি. সো মোস্ট অফ দ্য থিংস দে আর নট কামিং ফ্রম লাইক any sources. These are all my experience. So I'm going to share how I do it. So if you can take notes on applying it your agency, that will be helpful. But other than that, I'm not showing you how to do it. It's just how I did it, and it's worked for me. This is how I find works. So why you should think about referrals in the first place, not ads or maybe let's say cold DMs or running big campaigns and everything. So the first one is of course the money part. If you want to run ads, you have to spend a lot of it, and you have to wait, close it, get in a sales call, and eventually get the clients. And also if you want to do let's say cold DMs, you also have to spend a lot of money to get in the tools and everything. But what I find interesting, if you look at bigger brands with bigger names, let's say Coke for example. So if you look at Coke's marketing, they don't spend any ads, especially in the bigger scale like we do in Meta ads. So the thing is, if you want to build a brand, you don't just rely on ads for a long time. It will burn your cash, of course. So how they're making it? Coke or big brands, they rely on communities and the words of people. So if someone drinks the first Coke for the first time, they like the taste, and they will refer to another one, and they will refer to another one, and they just build a community around it. So it's just really based on one single thing, is how good your product is. Why referral beats everything else is referrals comes with higher trust, because they come peaceful, because one client introduced to another one, and they're easier and cheaper to close, and they're the best for your guys, because you have work with one person and that person referring to another. That means there's a cohesion and there are connections. So how to get referrals than any others? So these are the 3 points that I found like especially working for me. The first one is of course over deliver. So when his client is asking you get this edit done, you don't just rely on client instructions. Like for example, client বলতেছে আমার ভিডিওটা লাগবে, ভিডিওটা 30 seconds রিল হবে, get decided done. So that's meeting client expectations. So how do you over deliver? So আমি যখন শুরুতে স্টার্ট করছি around 2020, তখন আমি যে ওভার ডেলিভার করতাম সেটা হচ্ছে, let's say I pitch someone. That was my beginning stage, so there was no referral thing. So let's say আমি একজন কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটর, ইউটিউবার, তাকে আমি পিচ করছি, পিচ করার পর সাথে ফার্স্ট কনভারসেশন হয়েছে, দেন নেক্সট থিং, of course I'm pitching the edits, give him a sample and everything else. But other than that, if I think about the problems of a YouTuber is having right now, is like they're getting not quality edits. At the same time, they have any other problems in the media thing, which is like getting the right thumbnails, getting the intro right, getting the hook, and everything else that fall into under that most of editors are not aware of, because they're think of themselves as an editor, not as someone who can deliver something that bring results. So in terms of video, what I was offering is I was offering them a free sample, 30-second samples, of course, and along with that I was offering a thumbnail. And of course you have to be good with thumbnail, and you have to be of course good with designs, fonts, and everything else. So keep that things on apart, because the whole thing doesn't work if your product doesn't have any value in it or it doesn't look good. So you have to make sure that you're providing quality products at the first place, because if you don't, there's like no reason of spending money on something that doesn't going to bring you anything. So your product has to be the best. When you over deliver any clients that their expectation was like 10% and you deliver with the 20. So for example, one of our clients was just sending us a video, and he just said, "Just get this edit done," and we just edited it, add some hooks, and do some extra stuff that's he doesn't expect from us, but we did it anyway. So that client gets over delivery, and he remembers. So if you just meet the client expectations, the client won't remember you. But if you over deliver with something that's worth sharing about, like for example, when you talk about his friends, when you talk about in an event or something, the first thing he will come up like, this guy did my videos and he did some extra that I didn't ask him, and that brings me value. So the first one is, of course, you have to over deliver. If you don't over deliver in your client projects, there's no chance that you're getting any referrals. So there is two difference between expectations and, of course, over delivery. So when you over deliver, ultimately your clients become your salesperson. The next point is the ask. So how do you ask your clients for referral? Is there any hands that can guide me through? Anyone? If not, that's fine. How I used to ask referral for our clients, for example, let's say client এর সাথে কাজ হয়ে গেছে, client কে video delivery হয়ে গেছে, client's page, then client কে বলতাম যে, is there anyone that needs video editing or something? Just give me that client. That sounds so cheap and that sounds so fucking annoying. So rather than that, your ask should be something like this. When you are asking, make it specific. Like if the client is a fitness coach, let's for example fitness coach, you can just at your first message just remind him like, do you know any fitness coach in your network, in your family, or anywhere that might need the same thing that you're doing, or something like, for example, community thake, that's a very good opportunity. The community তোমাকে introduce করে দিতে পারে, since you have over delivered at the first place. So make it very specific and lowering the friction. So what is the friction? So when a client is asking for an edit, he doesn't know about content, for example. He doesn't know about what he wants. Some of the clients that do, which are like really good clients, but I'm talking in general. So most of us don't know like how the content works, how the edit works. He just saw some videos on internet, everyone is doing it, he's also doing it for himself. So we have to lower the friction for the clients to get the edits. So you don't ask too many questions like what kind of fonts do you want, what do you want, that's you want. You recommend your clients that, okay, in your industry, these are the videos that are working, and these are the edit style that goes well with you. Like which one do you prefer? You just guide the clients, not just ask random questions, or like even this valuable question for you, but not for the client, because the clients won't get it done anyway. So you have to lower the friction when you're asking it. And the most important thing is the last point, is to stay top of mind. So what do I mean by that? How do you stay top of mind for the old clients? I'm done talking about new clients. I'm talking about old clients that are bringing you more clients and they're getting you more projects. So instead of what I said is like it's easier to get projects and trust from your existing clients rather than making some new clients, because your new clients have to trust you, see how it works, how your team works, how the quality and everything. So it takes some time for any new clients to get to understand you, get to see your quality, and get to see the results. So old clients, always the best for me. So I have clients that are working with me. Like most of my clients are working with me like since the beginning. I have clients that start their marketing firm in Atlanta, and she is still working with me. Like it's almost 6 or 7 years. and she's taking contests from us every single month. So that is my most valuable client because he's making me more money than any new clients that I'm getting because I don't have to pay for ads to get the money. So it's like $0 shares from my end. So how do you stay top of mind of your clients? So in order to stay top of your minds, like to remember your name, you have to make sure that the clients know you very well. The clients at least see your photo, at least see your name, and you have to make sure you follow your clients in all social media, not just on WhatsApp or LinkedIn, like everywhere. So there's a marketing terms that Google said, I think, like you have to touch your leads in 11 different points, like 11 different platforms. So that's the same thing here. You don't have to do the 11 stuff, but you could just make sure you follow our clients and clients follow you back and you just connect with the clients. So this is how I stay top of mind of any clients, like of course, all of the old clients, to warm them up. Because people refer the name they thought of last. If you see the quote here, I made this up. This is from AI, by the way, the last quote. This is not mine. People refer the name they thought of last, not the one who did the best work. Let's say at the client that's 3 months ago. And of course, 3 months পরে client ভুলে গেছে, at least 3 দিন পরে client ভুলে যায়. So you have to make sure that clients know your name, see your image, like try to use one single personal profile picture for all of your platform, so that whenever they see the clients, they see you. So they can recognize you for the first place. So background is, let's say, use some solid color so that they also remember the client. Some of my clients are like referring me like that's the orange background guy or something like that. Okay. So this is how I stay top of mind to warm up every single clients. The first one of this is, of course, commenting some cool stuff. It's like pampering the clients. Just for example, if you show cheesy comments there, but this comments got 25 likes, and most of them like clients, followers, and clients commented. So that the person that follow that clients, and even if there are other friends or family just click my profile and see my page, they might get and understand what I'm doing or like why I'm doing it. That's the number one point. Is like comments on clients' post. Not every single post, that will like তাইলে মনে হবে যে আমি স্প্যাম করতেছে or something. Client can understand. Everyone can feel what you're doing or what you're trying to say. So don't try to be over smart them. They already know what you're doing. So make sure like you're doing like these are like genuine comments. I like his journey. And like you have to make sure like you're not just faking it. You're just like genuinely care about the client, like his journey. Like that client, he was a DJ, and now he's trading and making like a lot of money. So he shared a video that is showing his before and after transition. So I like his journey, like how a person came from DJ and making money. That's about trading. That's so technical. Like you have to make sure that you're an extrovert in the DJ, but when you're doing trading or something like that, you have to like block all of the things away, and like you have to lock yourself in a room and make sure that you're doing the thing that you're supposed to do. So the next thing is story react, of course. I did this cheesy story react, like sick haircut, bro. The client did like cut his hair and just doing a reply on the story. So that's like you can do some little comments, story, and also the most important thing I would say, I was supposed to এখানে আমি ক্লায়েন্টগুলোর নাম করতে চাইছিলাম, but just হয় নাই. Anyway, so এখানে একটা heads up message. Just for example, this is not a message that I'm directly asking them for edits. I'm not saying that, hey guys, if you want edits, just give me your files. I want editing. So that will be like very cheesy, and the client will like back off. Like if you talk to a clients like you're always selling the shit, nobody will care for you. I'm just asking a regular questions. Hey, how is it going? How's your life? How's your business? I've seen your post there. You're doing amazing on stuff. Like these are the easiest thing you can message to your friends. Like imagine you're talking to your friends, not selling them. So if you have your friends and you're just already always told them about like get video editing, get video, get me to edit, this will be very frustrating. So it's like same for clients as well. For the last one, I was just catching up with the clients because I remember like I don't talk to him for last 1 month or something. So I was just giving a heads up like, hey G, how's everything going? How's life? I don't catch up because of my wedding. So these are like 3 things that I did that to warm up my old clients, and eventually they come back to me with replies. Even though they don't give the projects at the first place, like after 1 week, they need some money videos. You're just when the client is thinking about the edits or they need the contents, they're thinking about you. That's the whole point. It's like remember your clients. It's the same thing doing any marketing in the field. Like why people are why brands are paying so much money on billboards? Why brands are paying just so much money to put a logo maybe on a bicycle or something? It's just they want to see their logo because that's the only way you can remember the brand. Even though you're not looking at it consciously, you're looking at it for, let's say, unconscious mind, but your brain sees it. When you sees them for, let's say, 1,000 times, it will be something like you know the brand, you know the people. It's the same concept everywhere. Like you have to be to top of people's mind. You have to get the sales. It's not something that I built from scratch. It's there from the beginning of the world because we are selling to people, and people needs to be reminded every single time. So that's why motivation doesn't work. This whole referral thing will not work for you. You can deliver good edits. That's of course, if you can deliver good edits, you will not getting clients anyway, let alone the referrals or something. Also, if you disappear after getting paid, let's say the clients pays you, you got your money, that's it. Let's go hunt another one. That's the worst way to look at a clients, because if you treat your clients like a transaction, not a relationship, you're going to lose every of your clients, and you have to look for clients every single month. So that's a huge work. If you just treat your clients like just simple relationship, like you're talking to a friend or something. So last thing is, of course, you create stress for the clients when they work with you. You ask so many questions that are relevant or maybe irrelevant. So just make sure when you're when putting your conversation with your clients, you can guide them, not just be an editor. Try to be a problem solver, and the way you can solve his problem is guide him to the way. Just for example, আমি যদি দোকানে জুতা কিনতে যাই and the salesman doesn't guide me to the best shoes or the size and everything, I'll not buy from there. Because a salesman job is like guide you to make a decisions that are best for you, that you want. It's the same thing with your clients. You have to make sure you are guiding them with better contents. If the clients want something, I have a lot of clients, they want some shitty stuff, but then I guide them to the right way and they can understand the process. Like for example, I have clients, they're using like Hormozy style in 2026. That things doesn't work. So I have to make sure that client that he understand what's going on social media, and then he changes his mind accordingly. But most of you guys think like, okay, this client will Hormozy just gave him the Hormozy edit. We don't work like that. We just guide the clients to show what's working on social media for his niche, and then we do the edits accordingly. That's when the client trusts. That's how we create trust, not stress. And the last one is overpromise, underdeliver. So of course that's a common factor. Never overpromise or underdeliver. Sometimes it happens, but try to reduce it. So now come to the second point, is like building a remote team in India. Why you have to build remote team in India? And it's not necessary. I just did it. So কেউ যদি মনে করে সবাইকে remote team রাখতে, that's not necessary. Do whatever best work for you. If you have physical office, that's good. But this is how I keep it, so make things like work for me so that I can work from anywhere, get my laptop and just go. So I don't care about the office, I don't care about the office drama, I don't care about the culture, I just hate it. So of course I choose India for 3 reasons. Of course, talent quality, massive talent pool, and cost structure, and time and coverage. So how to get your remote teams if you're thinking about it. So I would say start with one. So you hire one A player, invest time with him, you pay him about the market, and you just work around that one single A player. So we have to make sure that you're hiring an A player for the first time. If he is not an A player, he's a beginner, then this will go nowhere. You have to make sure that you are doing at least 10 projects, 10 paid projects with him before you do something else with him. Because hiring the A player is must, because your whole team will build around it. If that player is not an A, he can lead the team, he can give you the quality and the mindsets that you have. It has to be like matched, of course. So it's like quick points of how to hire overseas A player. Of course, we're looking at the economy. You don't hire from Mumbai or Bangalore, but there comes from so costly. My team is around mostly West Bengal. They're from South Chobbish Parganas. So you have to make sure that you're not hiring from any trendy cities, because those are like crazy demands. So also make sure that the conversation is in our language. So most of them speak Bangla, so that's easier for me. If that's Hindi, I don't care, but the whole thing will not work if there's someone speaking English, some speak Hindi, and some speak Bangla as well. So that's like quick tips from me. And this is my whole formula of making a remote team and doing the referral thing. Is like, this is me, by the way. This is not AI. I'm sitting on a beach with a laptop and just reviewing stuff. That's it. And the thing is, while I'm doing it, I don't have any stress about office. I don't have any stress about team drama. I don't have any stress about people coming and go. I don't care. I just take the clients from referrals who is coming from a $0. Also, the remote team handles the everything. Of course, I'm here managing the whole thing and doing the systems. That's easier for them to work with for every single day. Still, I have to I have quality control issues. Still, I have the issues that you guys facing, that operational issue. But still, it's easier for me to work with from anywhere. So in overall, since I don't have an office cost, I can pay the editor better. And if they're getting paid, they're of course over deliver. So in this whole presentation, I just want you to take away this one single thing, which is start with one. That's the whole takeaway for this presentation. If you have one happy clients and you have one best editors, your team can multiply. Multiply forms like a chain reactions. Your clients are getting more, your editors are growing. So start with just one good clients and one good editor. That's the whole points.